Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has criticized continued Western military support for Ukraine, saying it contradicts calls from European leaders for renewed peace negotiations. Speaking at a press conference in Moscow alongside Bangladesh's Foreign Minister Khalilur Rahman, Lavrov said Russia remains open to dialogue, but questioned how meaningful talks can take place while arms deliveries to Kyiv continue. He argued that European leaders are undermining diplomatic efforts by maintaining and expanding military assistance to Ukraine, including long-range weapon systems. Lavrov claimed that recent statements and agreements among Britain, France, Germany, and Ukraine suggest continued preparation for military escalation rather than peace. He also referred to what he described as Western plans to increase Ukraine's strike capabilities, saying this makes negotiations more difficult. Despite his criticism, Lavrov insisted that Russia is still willing to engage in what he called honest negotiations, but warned that trust remains a major obstacle. The Russian foreign minister also pointed to past diplomatic efforts involving Russia, the United States, and European countries, saying he hoped previous agreements would not be ignored or reversed. He referenced discussions held in Anchorage in 2025 between Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump, which focused on potential pathways toward a settlement of the conflict and broader economic cooperation. Lavrov expressed concern over recent comments from U.S. officials, suggesting that Washington could not act as a neutral intermediary due to its support for Ukraine. He said this position further complicates the possibility of mediation efforts in the current conflict. According to earlier reports, multiple rounds of consultations have taken place between Russian, Ukrainian, and American representatives in various international locations, including Abu Dhabi and Geneva, as part of ongoing diplomatic contacts. Lavrov's remarks come amid renewed debate in Western capitals over future military aid packages for Ukraine and the possibility of additional sanctions targeting Russia. European leaders recently reaffirmed their commitment to supporting Kyiv, including cooperation on air defense systems and long-range strike capabilities. The Kremlin, however, continues to insist that Western military support is prolonging the conflict and obstructing progress toward a political settlement.